Hi guys, we're back again, part 3. What I wanted to do real quickly was take a look at this the general look and feel of the Canvas interface and how we are going to sort of progress through our time here on Canvas. We're going to be looking at all of the tools or many of the tools throughout the first module. But for now, I just wanted to give us a quick look through one of the things I've asked you to take a look at, which is called this sandbox. So let me share this. Let me push the button over here and grab this, push the share button. Oops, I grabbed the wrong one. Let me stop this real quick and let's save this real quick. This guy, fantastic. Again, real time. Here we go. So this sort of, again, I mentioned before that we are in student view. This is the home page of our collaborative software development program. We looked at the syllabus previously. The introduction is where you're finding these videos, obviously, and but what I want to do is I want to jump to module 00 sandbox. So rather than look at the introduction while we're taping, that's an old term, while we're recording the introduction, let's look at this. What I'm able to do inside Canvas is to set precedents. I'm capable of setting what things need to be finished before or completed before you can move on. Sort of like being an author of a book. Obviously, I don't want folks, or we wouldn't want folks to read chapters 6 and 7 before they read chapters 1 and 2. Especially if it was a murder mystery, you would sort of jump to the back and lots of spoilers. So as things are sort of listed here on this screen, sort of top to bottom at the moment, Canvas allows us, or allows the instructor, to go ahead and set precedents. So you need to do certain things first before you can do certain things second. So I've turned off the precedents for module 0, which is watching the introduction first. And if I click on module 0 sandbox, I believe what it's going to do is take us to the actual module page, which is where we're at now. If the same thing can happen if you were to click modules over here. You can see that this updated on the side over here. So here's introduction, and you'll notice it says over here we already have this must submit assignment, must submit assignment, must view page, must submit assignment. So these things that say must, they're not there to be sort of nasty or mean or controlling. Obviously, it just says, oh, by the way, you have to do this first before you can keep on going. So I've turned off the must complete the introduction before you can go to module 00 so we can play with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump right into the introduction. I'm going to try to not overly use, but at least be clear about what these number schemes are. You'll also notice that module, this video one, pardon me, this discussion and this complete are all grayed out. You can't click on them. Again, we're back to this precedence where I'm able as an instructor to tell you what comes first. You'll notice pretty quickly that this thing here has a Q next to it. It's sort of a quiz. It's actually a survey, but a survey and a quiz actually have the same icon. You can't get a survey wrong. I'm just asking for your opinion. And then this is a discussion. We'll see that in a few seconds. I'm asking you to comment something or to participate in the discussion. And then down here it's complete. You'll notice that these things do have points to them. Sometimes a quiz will be just that, a quiz, and sometimes it will just be participation. As I mentioned, if you read closely inside the syllabus, when something specifically is a quiz, and like, oh my gosh, I can get an answer wrong, I'm going to try to remember to put in a bracket quiz next to it. But for now, if it doesn't have anything next to it, it's just a survey to let me know. I'll get some feedback on how we're doing. So let me go ahead and click on introduction. I believe that's going to allow me to jump in. Here we go. So this particular introduction is just text. Oh, by the way, prototype layout of the page of the course. This is what we're going to try to do. Again, just to show you how things roll. Once you're inside the module, you complete whatever it asks you to do, and then there's a nice little convenient next down here at the bottom. So now that we've viewed this page, this next thing to be done shows up. So I'm going to click on next. We come over here. Oh, by the way, and I mentioned quizzes and surveys are the same. This particular video that I grabbed is over a year old. This is me a year ago. We can see pretty quickly whether I've changed or not in a year. It really was August the 26th, 2013. It has absolutely nothing to do with this course. I just was playing around with the feature and needed one of my YouTube videos to play with, so I just grabbed one. So as you guys already know, because you're watching this video, you can click on this link. You can click on this little link here to launch this YouTube video in a separate YouTube window, or you can just press play. I'm pretty sure that the audio is off, so you won't be able to hear it. I can hear it in my headphones, but the way this works out, I think this is how I like to roll with this. When I do have videos, you can go ahead and just watch the video inside the Canvas player, or you can go ahead and use any of the other links. But then when you're finished, I'd like you to take the survey. So I'm getting feedback on whether this video was useful or not. So I'm registered as this little student down here, this test student. So I'm going to take the survey, and it's going to pop back over and give me my questions. And one of the things it's asked for is please provide a brief summary of this resource. So I'm just asking you to go ahead and describe what not necessarily what you thought of this, but what did you get from this? Okay, so I just need to type these things down. Hey, that's the wrong. Hey, this is a video of Dr. Weaver from way back, something like that. Down here in question 2, I'm not asking you to rate my performance, especially if it's me. Yeah, I pretty much suck or so. I'm simply asking, was this useful to you? Was it something that we could use next year, or is the course going well? I'm just looking for quick feedback. So, it was okay. Yeah, fine. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and finish this. So I submit the quiz, and off we go, and then saving it. Wonderful, correct. It says here correct answers are hidden. That's just Canvas's way of saying I'm not going to show you the correct answers. It really is a survey. There really are no quick quiz correct questions. And oh, by the way, if you went ahead and answered them, provided anything for the summary and provided anything for the hey, this was all right, you immediately get the 5 points for participation. So again, this is just getting points for showing up and pushing buttons. There's all kinds of controls for me to only allow you to take a quiz or a survey once, and then you have to only take your first answers. I let this on. You can take this survey as many times as you'd like. Don't knock yourself out. So we're finished here. I can go to next. Now the next part has opened up. Down here, I've asked you to contribute to this this discussion, and this discussion will show up on the main discussion board. I've already answered this question earlier. Let's see, I'm getting some answers here. Kayla's already answered it. Malika's already answered it. Test student has already answered it once back when I was playing with this August 12th. If I go ahead and press this apply, this is test student doing this again. Hey, again, I still think this is neat. Wonderful, and go ahead and post my reply. This is a graded submission, so you need to wait until I get a hold of this thing to give it a grade, but we've gone ahead and submitted it. So here's, again, test student did this back August 12th, and I was playing with it, and here I am as a test student again. So I'm going to go here to next, and press the next button. And oh, by the way, I just happen to have a little space filler here at the end. It says, hey, you've completed module 00.01. Hooray, fantastic. There's maybe some things that we might do later on. They have Canvas has all kinds of tools you can play with badges. Maybe we'll get some badges, sort of like some merit badges for walking through the project or doing something special. We'll see how that works. But for now, there is no next, so we're finished with this module. I, of course, can go back to modules if I'd like. All these things have been completed. I can go back to home if I'd like. Home doesn't give you any feedback as far as what's completed and what's not completed. But if you caught that really quick back over here under modules, you'll notice that module 00 sandbox now has a check mark, meaning that it's finished, and it even tells you down here, hey, that's completed and we're done for the day. I do have grades over here. I'm still a student, so my grades have popped up. I mentioned before that there was a response to this submit the assignment. The assignment was a quiz. A survey rather, so it was graded automatically. So if I go ahead and click on grades, it will show me what my new grades are. Oh, by the way, video 1, I scored a 5 out of 5, and I can see the details if I want, but it was an automatic grade. However, down here under the discussion, you need me to go ahead and grade that. So right now it says you've gone ahead and submitted your discussion, but it hasn't been graded yet. So let me go ahead and go back here to home real quick and push that button. I'm going to go ahead and leave student view and show you some of the magic of what my syllabus looks like. So down here under my to-do, I have grade module 2. 1 needs grading, so it tells me, oh, by the way, I have some grading to do. I'm going to go ahead and push this button. And it says, oh, by the way, this test student, who's not visible right there, says, hey, I still think this is neat, fantastic. I can go ahead and put in whatever number I'd like. For this guy, I happen to put together a little grading rubric. If you're an educator or a teacher, you know what a rubric is, sort of how should I score this, and it allows me to just go ahead and push this. So this is a real quick rubric if you've done exactly what I've asked you to do, which is just, hey, what'd you think of this? I'm not going to rate whether you thought it was crappy or not. That's awesome. If you didn't give me much at all, it was really too short for me to understand what you were saying, maybe there's a 3-point version. If it's just blank, you just push the button to get past it, and then we're going to give you a 1 point. But so I'm going to go ahead and press this 5 points here. I can go ahead and save this. So now it's been scored. I can add a comment. Hey, thanks for the feedback. Wonderful. Go ahead and submit the comment. I have my picture there. We're all good. So what can happen now is if I were to go back into test student, I would see that this has been graded, and I'd get my my grades here. Let's go push the settings button. Let's see if I can do that really quick. Press student view, pull this back, and I got a new grade. Look at that. We finally got around to grading that. Push the button. Here's my new thing, and I believe there is a comment as well. Fantastic. Hey, I still think this is neat. Thanks for the feedback. Fantastic. So lots and lots of tools to play with. So let me push this button over here, and we're back. So yeah, with that, I think that's pretty quick to the introduction to what we're going to be doing. What I'll ask you to do now is to keep on plowing through and take a look at module 1 or module 00, which is the sandbox. To go ahead and make sure everybody knows how to press these buttons and get participation scores and discussion scores. And then early next week, I'll be publishing module 1, which is our first content module, and we'll launch the course. So yeah, I agree. That's pretty fantastic. So with that, I'm out, and I'm looking forward to working with you guys this semester, and we'll see how this works. Thanks.